Sorry about that, babe.
Alright guys, welcome back to another Bits and Glory unboxing. This time we're taking a look at F-Zero on the SNES. This is actually the for display only box. It was part of a lot that I got on eBay. It was also the player's choice, as you could see, which is sort of like the greatest hits back in the day. I could easily afford the real box, but this came in a lot with a bunch of other boxes that I needed, so I figured, it's all good. The dimensions are basically the same, the way it feels is the same, it's a little blurrier though. Welcome to the year 2560, welcome to Mode 7, the future of racing is here. F-Zero and Intergalactic Grand Prix uses machines that weigh more than a ton, reach dash speeds of over 500 kilometers an hour, and hover a mere 12 inches off the ground. Choose from the heroic Captain Falcon or the suave Dr. Stewart. Need more choices? Try the sly alien Pico or the not-so-honest Samurai Goro in the race for intergalactic fame and fabulous fortune in the F-Zero Grand Prix. Select from 4 individual F-Zero racers, 3 difficulty levels, each with 5 courses, Grand Prix and practice modes, battery-backed memory saves for your records. It's a pretty cool intro there. You're going to get a lot more on the inside of the instruction manual, of course. Here you have some screenshots, and I mentioned that it's a little bit blurrier than the retail box, but yeah, still gets the job done. And it is authentic, by the way. It was a new, unused for display only box. And inside, not a whole lot to look at here. Again, just the bare minimum, not all the, mail-aways and registrations and all that kind of stuff. But let's take a look at the cartridge. This is the regular version of the cartridge, not the greatest hits or whatever it was called. In pretty good shape. The battery backup still works. As of the day of me recording this voiceover, I actually finished Master Mode for King League, as well as Night League and Queen League. So I've finally laid F-Zero to rest for a little while. Let's take a look at the instruction manual here. Not in the best of shape, as you can see there's some creasing down at the bottom, but you're going to have a lot of stuff in here to go over. Going over the controls of the game, which are very important. You get a little background here about F-Zero, which I go into much deeper in my review. Pretty cool artwork there as well. Again, going over the controls in the HUD as far as racing goes. Talking about how to play the game. As you can see, the on-screen HUD there as well. You could always give up during a race, and if you need practice, you could practice. There's some pretty cool artwork as well. And then they're talking about the records, which store your fastest times with the battery backup. Going over the rules of the F-Zero races as far as where you need to finish, how many points you get for each lap, as well as how many points you get for a top 3 finish. When you reach a certain threshold of points, you will get an extra life, which can be very important, especially on the higher difficulties. Going over healing yourself in the pit runs, shortcut fouls, so on and so forth. And now going into the riders, we have Captain Falcon there, as you saw, Dr. Stewart, and Pico. I don't like the Golden Fox or the Wild Goose much, to be honest with you. Really, my favorite is the Fire Stingray, Samurai Goro. I don't mind Captain Falcon, but I don't know, his vehicle is not that great either, in my opinion. And here you have the courses in the game, but it's not going over all of them, it's going over the ones that are in practice mode. Thankfully, one of the toughest ones in the game actually is Port Town 2 on King League, and you actually can practice that, so that's pretty cool. And there was a page going over the stuff that you could run into in the game. But probably the coolest part right here is the comic book at the end. Again, we're not going to go over everything here, but it is a pretty cool treat. You have a 2-in-1 essentially. You have an instruction manual, which is fairly detailed to help you play the game. And then you have a comic giving you, more story in regards to the riders in F-Zero. The story of F-Zero is, again, pretty interesting. I'll go over it more in my review, as I said. But, even if, you don't want to track down the box, or you don't even want to track down the game, it might be worthwhile tracking down the manual if you enjoy F-Zero simply for this comic. Everything's very, very vibrant. Think about it. We always talk about how they don't give you anything with modern games today. Imagine getting a manual and a comic, just like in a basic version of the game too. It's not even a collector's edition or anything like that, so super cool. And here it's giving you some tips that are actually pretty important. And there you saw that message there at the end from Captain Falcon. But that's it, guys. I don't believe this came with anything else. It's possible that it came with a poster, but if it did, I don't have it. So, pretty cool game. Classic on the SNES. Hope you guys enjoyed this, and stay tuned for some more F-Zero content. I'll see you guys in the next unboxing. Take care.